Hello and welcome to the Wasl Stadium in the heart of Dubai, where we're getting ready for the quarter-final of this AFC Champions League 2 for this season. It's Al Wasl of the United Arab Emirates, and they're up against Al Nassr, the runaway leaders of the Saudi Pro League. This is what conditions are like here this afternoon. It's hot. There is a little bit of a cooling breeze. And we've gone past the hottest part of the day, but it is still, well, a little bit uncomfortable, you might say. We'll cool off as the match progresses, and we've got a pretty big crowd for you here. Capacity of the Wasl Stadium, just under 9,000, and I'm pretty sure virtually every one of those seats is going to be taken by the time we get to kick off in just under 10 minutes' time. This the Western Region quarter-finals. They were originally set to be two-legged ties at the start of last month, but they were rescheduled due to the regional conflict. Quarter-finals now in this region, one-off matches. Al Wasl against Al Nassr, and that will be followed by Al Ahly Doha of Qatar against Al Hussein of Jordan. Really a fantastic atmosphere here this afternoon, and we should be in for an absolutely cracking game. Both these teams were unbeaten in the group stages of this competition. 2 of 5 sides who could have that honour, along with Al Ahly Doha, Gamba Osaka of Japan, and Tampines Rovers of Singapore. Al Nassr, for their part, one of 2 sides in the group stage with a perfect record, played 6-1-6. They also scored most goals, 22 in total, and the joint fewest goals conceded. So that gives you an indication of the task ahead of Al Wasl this afternoon. Number 7 there is Ali Saleh, one of the substitutes, very much a mainstay for the United Arab Emirates national team. Rui Vitoria, who's coach of Al Wasl, former Al Nassr coach, had a season there in 2019-20. There's another player on the bench today, Fabio de Lima, another UAE mainstay. So it's an interesting side that Rui Vitoria has picked today. Will it be a side that can satisfy the demands of those fans, the Al Wasl supporters who've turned up in their numbers here this afternoon? Team currently in 4th place in the UAE Pro League with 4 rounds of matches still to go. They're 4 points off 3rd and 20 points off the top of the table, with Al Ain, the 2 times AFC Champions League elite winners, at the head of affairs. As for Al Nassr, well, they're absolutely flying in the Saudi Pro League. They're 8 points ahead of Al Hilal. And it really does look as though they're going to secure an 11th domestic league title, and their first since 2019. This, of course, is all about regional bragging rights. Last season they finished 3rd in the Saudi Pro League, which is why they're playing in this competition. We just had a view of Cristiano Ronaldo. Little seen in the AFC Champions League 2 this season. Just 1 start in the competition prior to this. And he's going to be very much front and centre tonight, as the teams wait in the tunnel below our commentary position. And very shortly they'll be on their way out, along with the match officials. huge level of expectation here, not only for an Al Wasl victory for those fans, but also for the occasion itself. One-off knockout game, so much riding on the next 90 minutes, but of course if we're level at the end of those 90 minutes we've got extra time and then potentially penalties. Beautiful surface here as ever at the Zabil Stadium as the teams are led out by the AFC flag. Real sense of occasion, as I've mentioned. It's the team that once had Diego Maradona as its head coach, albeit for just one season. The AFC Champions League 2 competition anthem playing. Little wave there from Nicolas Jimenez, who's got the captain's armband on for Al Wasl this afternoon. Some stern faces there, but will there be some smiling faces at the end of 90 minutes? It's been a turbulent, traumatic couple of months in this region, but hopefully football can encourage everyone to recreate a sense of normality in life. Handshakes all round, high fives, fist bumps, not only between the two teams but also with the match officials as well. And very shortly we will be underway. Jorge Jesus, former coach of Al Hilal, now in charge of Al Nassr. Boy, hasn't he done a good job this season. Let's have a look at the lineups then, and first of all Al Wasl. 4 changes for them from the side that started versus Al Zawra in the 4-2 success in extra time in the round of 16, second leg. That was in February. In come number 32, Mohamed Ali in goal. 18, Malik Jania in midfield. 19, Serginho, who's been involved in all matches for Al Wasl in the competition this season. And number 30, Brahim Palacios. Our referee this evening, Rustam Lutfulan from Uzbekistan, 35 years of age. It's his 4th match in this season's AFC Champions League 2. He's actually refereed Al Wasl once. That was against Al Wadat of Jordan in the group stages on the 24th of December. Let's have a look at the Al Nassr lineup, and only 3 players start today who started the 1-0 win versus Arkadag in the round of 16, second leg. Number 12, Nawaf Bouchal. Number 20, Angelo. And number 26, Inigo Martinez. Cristiano Ronaldo there, number 7, makes only his 2nd start in the competition this season. Fellow heavyweights there, Sadio Mane, the UEFA Champions League winner with Liverpool, French international Kingsley Coman, and Croatian midfielder Marcelo Brozovic. It's an impressive looking lineup for Al Nassr. Can they produce the goods, or will Al Wasl do what they did in the round of 16 and thrill the crowd here at the Zabil Stadium? What a match that was. 4-2 they won that one in extra time. It's a long way since then though, a couple of months. Very shortly now we're going to get underway. Here we go then, and it's Al Wasl through captain Nicolas Jimenez in the yellow strip who get us underway, playing from left to right on your screens. Straight away Mane goes down under challenge from Jimenez, and that will be a free kick for the visitors. playing surface. No complaints in that regard for any of the players. There's Mohamed Simakan, goes down the line. The French under-21 international. Looks like they're setting up with a back four. Al Nassr. There's the coach of Al Wasl, Rui Vitoria. Knows all about Al Nassr, having coached there for a season. This is actually the 7th country he's coached in. Simakan again. And there's Jorge Jesus, who was in charge of Al Hilal last season. He has had an incredible galvanising effect on Al Nassr. That's a good run. And this near side by Angelo. Ronaldo, first touch of the ball for him. Brozovic. Good tackle there, and a little bit of afters from Palacios. Just need to keep a lid on things. The Al Wasl players, they're obviously hyped up. It's a big crowd here as well. Palacios, the Colombian, 23 years of age. It's his 12th start in all competitions this season. Touch there for Abdelila Al-Amri, number 5. Already Al Nassr enjoying plenty of possession. Who is Al-Amri? This near side, Martinez. Chance for Sadio Mane now. Flick inside, very nicely done by João Felix. So many quality performers that Al Nassr have got. Comfortable on the ball, sprayed out to that far side. Kept in play as well by Kingsley Coman. Gets the crossover, and it's an early touch for Muhammad Ali. In goal for his 17th start in all competitions, taking over from Khalid Al-Sanani. To try and exploit this right-hand side on a number of occasions so far. In fact, they've looked to use both wings of Al Nassr to use the whole width of the pitch in these early stages. Chipped forward by Martinez. It's going to be a corner. Much to the disapproval of the Al Wasl players. It was Adrielson who wasn't convinced that that should have gone the way of Al Nassr, and you can see why there. So a fortuitous dead ball situation for the visitors. Can they exploit that little bit of fortune? A little crowd seen around the 6-yard box. And in the end, I think it was Simakan who got the header. Got it completely wrong though, as you can see, because it went out for a throw-in. Down goes Jimenez, wanting a free kick, nothing given. Brozovic, the Croatian. Long ball forward looking for Coman, but not even he can catch that. Kingsley Coman. His first season with Al Nassr, actually played in the Club World Cup for Bayern Munich last summer. Nassr contemplating prospect of Al Wasl playing out from the back here. The home side deciding to do so. Drielsen then goes long. And a free kick. Palacios going down under challenge from Martinez. It's Martinez quite clearly through the back of Palacios there. Jania takes the free kick. Gabriel Verreta goes back to his goalkeeper. Long ball clears Miguel Boria. Touch for Bento. Brazilian goalkeeper. Amri. Sweeping diagonal ball looking for the run of Mane. In the end it's policed back to his goalkeeper by Pedro Malheiro. Good defensive work by Nawaf Bushal. Coleman inside to Brozovic. Flick there by João Felix, but he gets that one wrong. At the moment it's Nassr who are asking the questions here. These long balls forward are all well and good by Mohamed Ali. They're not producing anything of any significance for Al Wasl. They're being mopped up very easily by the Nassr defence. Chance to move forward again now for Al Nassr. Angelo into the area against Malheiro, and in the end a very important contribution there by Verreta. Not entirely sure the shot was hit all that cleanly. It was heading goalwards and Verreta put it behind for a corner. So Nassr's early pressure continues here. Second opportunity to swing the ball into the penalty area. João Felix is over the ball on this near side, our commentary position side of this Zabil Stadium. Corner's taken short to Brozovic. Hooked in and headed away. Back to his keeper by Bushal. Not quite kept in there by João Felix. Mane. Nice bit of skill to get out of trouble there. Martinez. Simakan. Chip forward. Was looking for Bushal. Didn't find him. Verreta. Good pressing though by Nassr. Giving Wasl absolutely no time on the ball at all. Boria trying to make his presence felt for Al Wasl there. A little bit of physical needle, but not getting any change again. It's more Bushal. Cross comes in by João Felix, who switched over to that far side now. Fascinating to see the way that Nassr are changing their wingers around, and good work there by Bento. Off his line quickly, but the flag had gone up. We do have VAR. The referee's assistant on this near side had seen enough to indicate an offside. Palacios it was who made the break. Touch and go, wasn't it? Bento read the situation very well indeed, quickly off his line. Coman can burst forward. He's got Bushal with him. Cut back for Ronaldo, it's in. 1-0. What a beautifully worked goal that was by the visitors. And Ronaldo scores his first goal in the competition this season. It's only his second appearance. Featured on match day 6 of the group stage against Al Zawra. He's in action again now and in the goals. Well, you can't say that goal wasn't coming. As Nassr were the ones who were doing all the pressing in the early stages, and it was beautifully worked down the right-hand side. And didn't Ronaldo enjoy it? Coman and Bushal combining. Bushal, the cut back for Ronaldo. And he swept it home with his right foot. Really intelligent cut back. And for a player of Ronaldo's class and ability over so many years, a very straightforward finish indeed for him. It's his 26th goal in all competitions this season, but his first in the AFC Champions League too. He's got a sizable fan club here, and they've all enjoyed that one. Angelo looking for another one here. Ronaldo tackled in an uncompromising way. How on earth are Al Wasl going to get a foothold in this game? We've seen precious little of the ball in these early stages, and now they've conceded a free kick. Jania, the guilty party in the eyes of the referee. Mane's in there. Tries to lay the ball back to Ronaldo. Not able to do so. Hooked clear by Varetta. But they're bailing water at the back, or Al Wasl, even in these early stages. Actually had a little bit more of a break of Al Wasl. The last game was on the 11th of April, just over a week ago. Al Nassr's latest match was on the 15th of this month. So Felix going down, and a challenge from Nicolas Jimenez, the Wasl captain. Nassr players surrounding the referee, and I think they wanted a card there for Nicolas Jimenez, the UAE international. Meanwhile, Mohamed Ali is down. Says he's got some problem with his thigh. You can see it's taped there under his shorts. Let's have another look at the goal. Great combination between Coman, who picked his pass superbly there, and Bushal, great cutback. And Cristiano Ronaldo doing what he's done for so many years, so effectively. And putting the ball in the back of the net. Enjoying that with Mane. Ronaldo just making sure his teammates remain on it. They're very much on it in these early stages. They really have given Al Wasl very little respite. though it could be a long evening for the home team at this stage. Winners of this match will play the winners of Al Ahly Doha, the Qatari side, and Al Hussein of Jordan. The games takes place later on this evening. Next match between the winners of this match and the winners of that one will be played on Wednesday evening, here again at this venue, the Zabeel Stadium. Skill on that far side by Serginho. Cross comes in, it's too close to the goalkeeper though. First little bit of promising play from the home team, watched on by Fabio de Lima. That's well played by Siaka Sidibe. Taking the ball away from Mane. Serginho again. Spreads the play to this near side. Pedro Malheiro, the shot comes in from him. He's always drifting wide though, and Bento had it covered in any event. Grim face there for Ali Saleh on the bench for Al Wasl. Understandably so, given the way this match has begun. Poor ball inside, cut out by Sidibe, but João Felix is alive to the situation. Mane, good skill from him to retain possession. Simakan, Wasl. Some boos and whistles from the Al Wasl fans, with Al Nassr in possession. That won't faze Al Nassr at all. They're used to the big stage. Reached the semi-finals of the AFC Champions League Elite last season. Wasl, provider for the first goal. Coman. Brozovic. Al-Amri. This near side, Martinez, Mane. In the end, João Felix trying to just dink the ball forward, not able to do it successfully. Coman wins possession. João Felix. Down he goes under challenge from Sidibe. Referee happy to allow play to continue. Simakan lofts it forward. A robust challenge on that far side by Vareta. It's penalised. Young Brazilian, just 20 years old, the defender. 11th start in all competitions this season, leaving his calling card on Kingsley Coman on that occasion. Angelo and João Felix over the ball. João Felix is going to whip it in with his right foot. Headed away by Boria, almost picked up by Ronaldo. Malheiro does well to retain possession. In the end, Brozovic comes away with the ball. Ball pushed forward by the captain, Jimenez. But again, Bento reading the game really well. Off his line in an absolute flash. Gathering the ball in the corner of the area. Impressive start this then from Al Nassr. Long way to go though. Brozovic forward to Coman. Good quick interplay. João Felix finds Wasl. Into the area he goes. Confronted by two players. One of them, Verretta, forces him backwards. And then a free kick conceded by Hugo Neto on that far side. It's good play by Wasl, making sure he got himself between the defender and the ball. Second free kick in quick succession for the visitors in a similar position to the previous one. Angelo and João Felix again over the ball. What are they going to do this time? Last time it was João Felix whipping it in with his right foot. Couldn't get it past Boria at the near post. And again, it's a clumsy free kick, but it almost produced a result. Fooled everyone, really. It was scuffed more than anything, I think. Came off Sidibe and very nearly ended up as an own goal. See Mohamed Ali trying to lift his players. They're under the cosh here, no question about it. Majority of the match being played in the Al Wasl half at the moment. João Felix with the corner. And it's in. It's a really nice header. And it's 2-0. And you have to say, on balance, it's just about the way things should be. It was Martinez who got the flick. And Nassr double their advantage. Really terrific penalty, terrific corner. And, well, if looks could tell a story, Mohamed Ali's face there says that his side are really struggling. In the ball came, and there was Martinez in a crowd of players. Little flick header from him. Wasl opting not to have defenders on the line. Someone at the back post might have been in a position to hook that one away, but it wasn't to be. And it's 2-0 to the visitors. The Al Nassr supporters absolutely delighted. The Al Wasl fans silenced here at the Zabil Stadium. Ball forward, looking for Boria, and a good save from Bento. First clear sight that Al Wasl have had of the Al Nassr goal. Flag's gone up on this near side. Sure it would have counted then. Would have been touch and go, but while we're watching this replay, Al Nassr are moving forward again through Coman. Tries to drill the ball across the area and gets a corner. The first time that Al Nassr have had a corner on that far side. It's going to be taken right-footed by Brozovic. A really good header, downward header by Al Amri, and a very good save indeed by Muhammad Ali. Al Amri climbing pretty much unchallenged here. Not the best matchup there for Al Wasl. Al Amri up against one of the smallest players on the pitch, Sidibe. And another header comes in, and this time it's in. It's 3-0. Well, Al Amri was denied previously. He wasn't denied on that occasion. He gets the header, and Al Nassr get their third. And even in these early stages, it's turning into a rout. Wasl players look shell-shocked. Corner taken short. Whipped in by João Felix. And that really was a terrific header by Al Amri. Didn't have to jump very high though, did he? Delightful delivery. And now a yellow card is being shown. As you're watching that replay, Boria has picked up a card. The Al Wasl striker, his frustration boiling over. So what on earth do Al Wasl do here? They're taking an absolute beating in the first half hour of this match. They just look second to every ball. Somehow they've got to try and find a foothold in the match. That's easier said than done. Ronaldo, Martinez and Al Amri, the goal scorers for the visitors. It looks as though they're going to be staying on here in Dubai for the next few days, ahead of the semi-final on Wednesday. Jania, policed by Brozovic, forward by Hugo. Well, the atmosphere which was so buoyant at the start of the match, so many Al Wasl fans making their presence felt, lots of noise. You can almost hear a pin drop now at the Zabil Stadium. Wonderful football though by Al Nassr, underlining why they've had the season they've had domestically. 8 points clear of Al Hilal in the Saudi Pro League. Looking good value for it here in the AFC Championship 2. Ball forward for Palacios, gets the shot in across the face of goal. Good run from him. It's more like it. Looking to use his pace, getting away from Martinez. Just dragged his shot across the face of goal. In all fairness, it looks as though Bento had that covered as well. Ronaldo's come deep to receive. I'm absolutely sure that if things stay as they are and we move into the second half, we're likely to see quite a few of the Al Nassr heavy hitters like Ronaldo taken off. Jorge Jesus at the bottom of your screen. I'm sure we'll have one eye on Wednesday's semi-final against either Al Ahly Doha or Al Hussein. Great work from Al Amri. Sliding tackle, beating Bordia to the ball. Martinez, Mane. What we're seeing here from Al Nassr is continuation of their fine form from the group stages. In 8 matches in the competition this season, they conceded just 2 goals, 2 clean sheets against Arkadag of Turkmenistan in the round of 16, 2 1-0 victories. Palacios goes down under challenge from Brozovic. Wanted to play the advantage, but the referee had already blown his whistle. Challenge there from Brozovic. Mane. Angelo makes the run. Mane checks back though. Martinez. Goal scorer Al Amri across to Simakan. Coman. It's a game of keep ball here for Al Nassr. 3 goals to the good. They look very relaxed, don't they? They're pinging it round on a really delightful playing surface. Brozovic, Mane. Oh, it's a lovely return ball for Mane. And it's blazed wide by Wasl. Just tried to hit it too hard in the end. Beautiful play though by the visitors once more. He just came off the shot there, you could see, leaning back as well. He really should have hit the target and made it 4. Terrific passage of play there by the visitors. They almost look capable of cutting Al Wasl open at will. Palacios with the foul. Martinez, the man pulled back. And there's a man under pressure, Rui Vitória. The Al Wasl coach. I'm sure he can't believe what he's seeing here. Coman trying to go past Hugo Neto, not able to do so. Oh, but a misplaced pass from him. João Felix tries his luck from distance. Over the crossbar. Again, an indication of the confidence the visitors are feeling. Why not have a go from that sort of range? Breakdown in communication there between Jimenez and Bordia. Both left it for each other. Really subdued atmosphere here now at the Zabil Stadium. Wasl fans who had turned up in their numbers, hoping for another fantastic night of AFC football after what happened in the round of 16 against Al Zawra. It's been a complete contrast to that. Angelo exchanging passes with Ronaldo. Martinez. Angelo again. He's got Mane outside him. Coman had come across to this near side, dispossessed. Palacios finds Sidibe. To the far side, Serginho looks to take on Bushal. Just about the first bit of defensive work that Bushal's had to do. Coman's there with the tackle, and in the end, he concedes the free kick. Just about the first opportunity that I can recall for Al Wasl to be able to get the ball into the area. Coman's not too impressed. The decision's gone against him. Jimenez and Brahim Palacios. The players over the ball. Palacios, and that's a really poor free kick. Swept away by Bushal. One in the air by Adrielson. He scored 2 goals in that round of 16, second leg. Powerful presence in the air. Again, wins a header on this near side. Boria can't pick up the scraps though. Now with Adrielson out of position, chance for the visitors to break. He sprinted back well though. Mane. Dinks the ball towards the back post. Angelo. He's got time to get the cross over. Adrielson's back there on defensive duty. And now Palacios can move forward. Brozovic in attendance. Sidibe's got room in the middle of the pitch. Finds Serginho on that far side with the orange boots. His cross is blocked by Bushal. Good combination between Bushal and Coman to get the visitors out of trouble. João Felix got space. Brings it down beautifully. Mane. João Felix again. Happy to take his time now. Simakan. They're in no rush at all, Al Nassr, and why would they be? 3 goals to the good. As I mentioned at the outset of the broadcast, it's been a hot afternoon here in Dubai. Temperature still hovering around the 30-degree mark. Mane. Give and go with Ronaldo. Brozovic dinks it forward. Can Ronaldo keep it in play? No, he can't. Flag's gone up anyway on that far side. Doesn't give anything away on the sidelines. Jorge Jesus. He must be absolutely delighted with what he's seen from his team in the opening 40 minutes of this match. Header won by Martinez. If, and it's a big if, Al Wasl can get the next goal. Have a degree of hope, I'm sure. It's a long way back from this situation, given the way Al Nassr have bossed this match so far. hugging the touchline on this near side, our commentary position side of the Zabil Stadium. Inside, Ronaldo thought about a shot, cuts it back, but straight to Sidibe. His ball out of danger isn't a particularly effective one. Wasl looks for Coman. Oh, that's going to be a free kick and a card as well. Badly mistimed challenge by Hugo Neto here. Clattering straight into the back of Coman. Good to see that Coman's up on his feet. Not making a song and dance of it, but Neto got that all wrong. Have a look. Goodness me.
Yellow card to player number 16 from Wasl Emirati team.
Second yellow card of the evening for an Al Wasl player. That was the first yellow card. Boria guilty of taking the restart before the referee or indeed anyone else was ready. Brozovic, Wasl over the ball. Lifted up towards the back post, looking for Simakan. It's poured away by the goalkeeper, Mohamed Ali. Mane's there, gets his shot in. Probably would have gone wide, but the goalkeeper wasn't prepared to take a chance. Mane, in the twilight of his career now, celebrated his 34th birthday 9 days ago. Still looking sharp on this evidence. Palacios against Al Amri. Jimenez. Serginho. Malik Jania. Malheiro. Palacios again. Tries to switch the play. Does so effectively, but referee's assistance flag is up on this near side. Jimenez frustrated. No real excuse for him, because he would have been able to look straight across the line. Just about sums up the first half for Al Wasl, really. The goal scorers. To Martinez, one of the other goal scorers. Both finding the net with their heads. Hero winning back possession and can drive forward now. Tries to get the crossover. Well blocked by Angelo. It will be a corner. Can Al Wasl get something back, get anything back just before the half-time interval? It's not going to be an awful lot of time, you wouldn't imagine, to be added on at the end of the 45. Looks like Palacios, no, it's Jimenez with a deep cross, one in the air by Adrielson. Attempted overhead there by Varetta. His feet were far too high, I think, and in fact he's going to get a yellow card once he gets to his feet. Card is brandished. Dangerous play. This is why. Al Amri winning the header. Feeling under a little bit of threat there. There was a minimum of 4 minutes to be played. as indicated by our fourth official, Choi Hyun Jae. It's going to be an indirect free kick given by the referee. Plenty for that man to think about. Rui Vitória. What on earth is his half-time team talk going to involve? Somehow he's going to have to try and lift his players to give them some sort of belief for the second 45 minutes, because they've been very much second best in all aspects of this match thus far. Palacios picks up the ball on this near side, and he gets that completely wrong. Would have been touch and go as to whether he was offside when the ball was played in the first place. Trying to jink his way into the penalty area. And that again just sums up the way things have gone. Wouldn't be surprised if Jorge Jesus was just making that point about the offside there. Need to be calmed down by the fourth official. One thing we can be clear on is that Bento's doing his best to take his time. Second dead ball clearance he's had in quick succession. And he's taken all the time he possibly can. Coman. Good skills from him, drives it across. João Felix was at the back post, and good work from Hugo Neto to intercept that cross. Angelo. Mane fancies trying to curl one into the top corner, but he gets his contact all wrong. Really has been a thoroughly impressive performance from Al Nassr thus far. There was the cross. Goodness me, that would have been number 4. Had that not been intercepted by Hugo Neto. And at the other end, the ball's in the back of the net, but the flag's up on this near side already. Palacios denied. Now he goes down. I'm not sure why. That's why the flag has gone up for the challenge on Martinez. Frustration on the Al Wasl bench. And the referee's whistle goes for the end of the first half, and it's been a thoroughly one-sided first half as well. Al Nassr in complete control of this tie. Ronaldo opening the scoring with his first goal in the competition this season after just 12 minutes. 12 minutes later, the lead was doubled by Inigo Martinez, a header from a corner, and then again before we'd even reached the half-hour mark, Abdelila Al-Amri with another header, having been denied just a short while previously, made it 3-0, and Al Wasl have simply had no response at all. Al Nassr at this stage looking absolutely clear favourites to go into the semi-finals, because it's half-time at the Zabil Stadium, and it's Al Wasl 0, Al Nassr 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the halftime score is 0 for Wasl Emirati.
Players making their way out for the second half of this AFC Champions League 2 quarter-final here at the Wasl Stadium in Dubai. Half-time, not a particularly appetising prospect, I'm sure, for the Al Wasl players, given they're 3-0 down. What's Rui Vitória had to say to them, I wonder, to try and lift them, give them some encouragement ahead of the next 45 minutes. He's made a change, and that change sees Malik Jania go off and Renato Tapia come on. In fact, it's a triple change. Also coming off, Miguel Boria, and Renato Jr. comes on in his place. And the final change has seen Hugo Neto make way for Abdulrahman Saleh. So 3 changes in total. With Rui Vitória hoping against hope that that will have a positive effect on his team, because they were really chasing shadows in the first half. 3-0 down within the first half an hour. It'll be very interesting to see what Jorge Jesus does now in the second half. The Al Nassr coach, I'm sure he'll have one eye on the semi-final on Wednesday, with his side in such a dominating position. We've seen Ayman Yahya, 24-year-old forward, warming up during the half-time interval, so it looks as though he might come on. It wouldn't surprise me if there'll be a few more changes for the visitors, if things stay as they are, or even improve. All smiles there for Ronaldo and Jorge Jesus. Just giving a few final words across to his players as well, wanting to make sure they stay switched on, because it's if, and a big if too, Al Wasl can score, and score reasonably quickly at the start of this second half, then possibly a little bit of belief will come into the home team. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, they can turn things around. There is Ayman Yahya. Tactics being explained to him by the coaching staff. Waiting to confirm who he's going to come on for. He's replacing Kingsley Coman, in fact. So Coman makes way, and Ayman Yahya takes his place. So we're all set to go at the start of the second half. Referee Rustam Lutfullen gets us underway, and in the dark strip it is Al Nassr kicking us off, playing from left to right on your screens in this second half. 3 goals to the good, thanks to Ronaldo, Martinez and Al Amri. Confirmation in the top left-hand corner of your screen. The substitutions made by Al Wasl. Triple substitution by them at half-time. Adrielson slips as he tries to get the ball forward, still manages to get the ball to Jimenez. Sidibe spreads play out to this near side. And a shot into the side netting by Serginho. Promising opening there for Al Wasl. Starting at decent pace. Serginho was one of the few bright spots for the home team in that first 45 minutes or so, down the left-hand side, and again making his presence felt. Not a great finish there though, needed to hit the target. Substitute Yaya. Left by Mane. Picked up by Bouchal. He can dink the ball in. And in the end, good defensive work from Adrielson. Gathered by Mohamed Ali. Arto Tapia on the edge of the area. Feeds Sidibe. It's a good run from Sidibe. Does well to get out of traffic. Picked up by Renato Jr. Other substitutes, Abdulrahman Saleh. Jimenez turning out of trouble himself. Sidibe. Malheiro. Palacios thinks about the first time cross, checks back. Malheiro. A great ball from him. Just about kept in play by Palacios, who does well. Dinked forward by Sidibe. The flag stayed down. And a really good save. Fantastic stop in the end by Renato Jr. by Bento from Renato Jr. The flag goes up eventually. Quite clearly, looking at that replay, Serginho was a long, long way offside. Promising beginnings, though, at the start of this second half for Al Wasl. They've got an absolute Everest to climb to try and get back into this match, being 3 goals down. But they've started in a manner that suggests they haven't yet given up. Long ball forward, Yaya, fresh legs on the end of it. And that's a goal kick. Shepherded out of play on that far side by Malheiro. Oh, really good tackle from Simakan. Finds Mane. Simakan's continued his run. Tries to cut the ball back. Can't get it to João Felix. Sidibe. Jimenez. Skips away from Al-Amri's challenge. Sidibe's continued his run. He's through on goal, lays it square. And again, a great save from Bento. And again, the flag goes up. It wouldn't have counted. Well, Bento's seen more of the ball in the first 5 minutes of this second half than he saw in the whole of the first half. Sidibe just beyond the last defender there. What a save from Bento at full stretch. He wasn't to know. That wouldn't have counted. Much better stuff this from Al Wasl at the beginning of the second half. Al Nassr bossed the first half to the extent that they had 72% possession, 10 efforts on goal, 5 of those on target. Al Wasl only had 2 attempts of their own. Both of those were off target. Gives you an indication of how dominant the visitors were in the first 45 minutes or so. Here's Brozovic. João Felix. Gets away from a challenge by Adrielson, who stayed down. Ronaldo's shirt is pulled by Tapia. Tapia has only just come onto the pitch. Picks up a yellow card, the 4th player for Al Wasl to be carded in this match. And that's why. Wanting to exchange shirts with Cristiano Ronaldo before the match is actually finished. Boria, Neto and Vareta were carded in the first half for Al Wasl. Now A really dangerous situation for the home team. Ronaldo's lining this one up to have a shot. It's a long way out, but he fancies his chances. It's a substantial wall in place. There are 3 players there. Ronaldo. And the wall does its job. Kept in play by Wasl. His near side. Brozovic. Well, the promising start to this second half has just brought to life the Wasl fans, who are making some noise again now. It really became subdued when those 3 goals banged in the space of 15 minutes. Here's Fabio de Lima, vastly experienced UAE international. Not called upon so far by the home team. Brozovic. Long diagonal from him, looking for the run of Mane. He'll just about keep it in play. Lays it back to Wasl. Good cross from him, but over the head of Ronaldo. Headed away by Malheiro. Looks as though Igor Jesus just contemplating another change. Got the tactics board out. Jorge Jesus, very much a decorated coach. Chance for Renato Jr. Lays it back to Serginho. Sidibe dispossessed by João Felix. Simakan over to the far side towards Angelo. Malheiro with the header. Wasl fans advantage of the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo was in front of them there. Try and call out. He's seen it all before. And heard it all before, I'm sure. Beautifully brought down by Wasl. Mane. Side to João Felix, who's done well to regain possession. Brozovic. Shepherded out by Abdulrahman Saleh. On as a half-time substitute. It's his 16th appearance off the bench in all competitions this season. Great concern on the face of Rui Vitória there, understandably so. Celebrated his 56th birthday 3 days ago, but not much to celebrate for him this evening. Serginho again, in front of our commentary position. Sidibe, who's been quite influential in this second half. Seen a lot of the ball. Renato Jr. driven wide by Al Amri. Retains possession. Palacios with the shot. Straight down the throat of Bento. Comfortable save for the goalkeeper. Lovely skill that though by Sidibe. Young player who's made his mark here at the Zabeel Stadium. Only player actually for Al Wasl who's been in every matchday squad this season. Joe Felix set off the hand of Abdul Rahman Saleh. Yes, it was. If it hadn't been for the hand, Sadio Mane was through there. Have a look at this again now. It's an inadvertent hand, I'm sure, but without that intervention, Mane was clean through on goal. And there's going to be a change meanwhile for Al Nassr. Abdullah Al Kabari is going to come on, and Joe Felix is going to sit down on the bench for the rest of the evening. The second change that the visitors have made. Al Kabari making his 8th appearance in 9 matches in the AFC Champions League 2 this season. He's an unused substitute in the round of 16 second leg. International, not a bad, Saudi Arabian international, not a bad player to have coming on at this stage. Here's Ronaldo. Again, the wall does its job. Header from Jimenez, actually. In fact, Jimenez felt the full force of that shot from Ronaldo. Poleaxed him. Have a look at it here. You'll get a really good view. With the follow-up shot as well. So it's made his head ring a little bit, I rather fancy. So not far short of 15 minutes gone in this second half. A little bit more promise from Al Wasl since the interval, but they haven't been able to make a dent on that Al Nassr advantage. It's Brozovic. Given away by Al Amri, Nato Jr. Tapia leaves the ball back to Malheiro, looking for Siaka Sidibe, but a push from him on Martinez, and that will be a free kick to Al Nassr. Getting both hands on the back and shoulders of Martinez there, did Sidibe, as we cross the hour mark here at the Zabeel Stadium. Wasl down the line looking for Mane, can't find him. Sidibe inside to Jimenez. Misread though by Palacios, who's then pulled back. And that's going to be a free kick to the home team in a prime position. Misjudgment by Al Amri. Looked as though the danger had gone when the ball was played behind Palacios. In the end, it was Martinez who made the challenge. The Wasl player, the Wasl fans, very much of the opinion that a yellow card should have been shown then. None was forthcoming. You can see the complaints there from the Al Wasl bench, given that 4 of their players have been carded so far. Nicolas Jimenez is over the ball with Palacios. He really do feel if they're going to get anything out of this match, the home team, this needs to go in. Jimenez over the wall, but also over the top. It's an awkward distance from goal for Nicolas Jimenez. Have to get the ball up and over the wall and then dip it down under the crossbar. He managed to achieve the former, but not the latter. Given away by Mane. Simakan with a crunching challenge. Sidibe, who's seen an awful lot of the ball, probably more than any other player in this second half so far. Palacios, down he goes under challenge. That'll be a free kick. Martinez, guilty party. Back to his goalkeeper by Varetta. Rahman Saleh, Renato Jr., Tapia gets that wrong, just about kept in play by Serginho, does really well there, little give and go from him. Alhero, Sidibe, Tapia anchoring the midfield, Jimenez. Angelo charges his pass down, but Jimenez retains possession. Yaya back on defensive duty. Miscontrol by Varetta. Ronaldo. Fancies a shot on goal and gets one away. A good save at his near post by Mohamed Ali. Teasing Adrielson. A little touch by Adrielson, in fact, which may have put off Mohamed Ali a little bit, but the goalkeeper still made the save. Meanwhile, Abdullah Al-Hamdan is waiting to come on for the visitors. Young striker. Oh, and Ronaldo puts it over from point-blank range. He can't believe it. I have to confess, neither can I. Great ball in from Brozovic. Somehow Ronaldo managed to get that ball up and over the crossbar when it seemed easier to score. Wasl fans enjoyed that and had much to enjoy this evening. Shot from distance by Serginho, high wide and not too handsome. Jesus just wanting to make a change, and in fact there's going to be a change as well for Al Wasl. Ali Saleh is getting ready to come on. Player down in the centre circle as well for Al Wasl. Adrielson suffering a little bit from cramp. I mentioned right at the outset of the broadcast today that it's been a hot day here. Let's have a look at the goals that have been scored. Here's the first. Ronaldo sweeping the ball home after Bouchal's cross. It was a lovely move down the right-hand side by the visitors. That was on 12 minutes. 12 minutes after that, header home by Martinez from a corner. And now Al-Amri, who headed home as well. Header over the top from Ronaldo, who's frustrated that he didn't find the back of the net there for a second time. It's his last action of the evening. He's replaced by Abdullah Al-Hamdan. Very much as I suggested in the first half, with this comfortable advantage. There's no reason for Al-Nassr just to keep some of their star players on the pitch, with an eye towards the semi-final on Wednesday. Mane's down, Adrielson's up and about and back on the pitch. Just about at the halfway stage of this second half. Free kick for Al-Nassr. As the Nassr fans way to the left of our commentary position, very much in celebratory mode. And why not? The team have played terrifically well this evening. Wasl very much second best. Final few words from Rui Vitória to Ali Saleh. Interesting decision not to start him this evening. Well done by Angelo, but in the end he loses possession. Serginho is then tackled unfairly, according to the referee, by Bouchal. Tapia. Veretta. Down the line by Abdulrahman Saleh, looking for Serginho. Cut out by Simakan, who then goes down. Serginho just getting back to his feet now. From that header by Ronaldo over the top, there's been not much threat from Nassr in this second half. Threat from Wasl now. Sidibe blocked by Simakan, behind for a corner. Before the corner's taken, Ali Saleh will come on. He's replacing Serginho, who was down a short while ago. Face of what's been a really disappointing evening for the home team tonight. Serginho can hold his head up. He's been lively on the left-hand side for Al Wasl. Ali Saleh, very much a talismanic figure for Al Wasl onto the pitch. Still just 26 years of age. 6 goals this season in all competitions the little man's got. And there's a free kick for Al-Nassr. Just under 20 minutes remaining then. Plus whatever time the officials deem appropriate to add on. We've got a couple more changes they can make. Simakan wins the header. Ali Saleh picks up the scraps on this near side. Exchanges passes with Abdulrahman Saleh. Tries to get the crossover. Blocked by Bouchal. Gosh, he's had a good game this evening. Now off Bouchal. both in a defensive capacity and in an attacking sense too. Claimed an assist for the first goal, scored by Ronaldo. Nassr Jr. goes down, and a challenge from Al Amri. It'll be a free kick for the home team. Something and nothing really, but the referee deeming that Al Amri, having his hands on the shoulders of the attacker, merited the whistle. Ali Saleh racing forward. Good defensive work again by Wasl. Corner conceded. Ento trying to rouse his defenders into concentration mode. Palacios overhits the corner. It'll be kept in by Malheiro. Cut out by Martinez. Chance now for Nassr to break. Mane. Checks back though. Referee's whistle has gone. Adrielson's down. He's had one set of cramps already. We saw him down in the centre circle a little earlier. Cramp again now appears to be the issue. And smiles for Ronaldo on the sidelines. Understandably so as well, along with João Felix. It's a pretty much job done, you would think, for them. See the arm being raised there for Adrielson. He's really struggling. Legacy of a very hot day here in Dubai. Kabari on the sidelines, just checking the tactics. So Adrielson is going to make way. And the player coming on is 20-year-old João Alves. He recently joined the club, joined in the winter window. He's made just one start. In round 21 of the UAE Pro League when he was substituted as well. A couple of substitute appearances prior to this evening as well, in rounds 18 and 22. 22 the most recent round of matches in the UAE Pro League. Just had a shot of Fabio de Lima though on the sidelines. Final change means he's not going to make an appearance this evening. As Mane bursts forward. Looks for Yaya. Brozovic. Good tackle from Sidibe. He's been very lively in this second half. Jimenez. Nassr Jr. holds off Simakan. Goes down, indicating some sort of knock to the face. He's up and about again now. Meanwhile, Ali Saleh's bursting forward. Goes for the shot, blocked by Wasl. And here is Simakan. Mane. Angelo. You can see at the top of your screen there, massed numbers of Al Wasl fans making their way out of the ground now. their perspective, the writing's on the wall. Just about 14 minutes of normal time remaining. Attendance this evening just flashing up just over 7,000. 7,030 here this evening, not far short of capacity. Wasl Stadium. They've been treated to an excellent performance from Al Nassr so far. Sidibe into a bit of a cul-de-sac, needs support. Wasl with the challenge, and the ball did go out of play. Looks on the faces of the Al Wasl fans there tell a story. Hasn't been an awful lot for them to get excited about this evening. Simakan hooks it forward, Mane. Angelo, in fact that's Yaya. Martinez with the long ball forward, looking for Yaya. Can he keep it in play? No, he can't. Another change coming for the visitors. Double change, in fact. It's going to be Abdulrahman Garib and Saad Al Nassr, who are going to come on shortly. The 29-year-old forward, and Al Nassr, 25-year-old defender. It's going to be the two final changes for the visitors tonight. Ali Saleh on this near side. Abdulrahman Saleh on the overlap. Oh, it's a lovely bit of skill from him. Can't get the ball over to Renato Jr. They want this clean sheet to Al Nassr. They're working hard to try and achieve it. Palacios. Tapia. Jimenez. Sidibe. Picked up by Al Hamdan. Tries to go long. Not able to do so successfully. A mistake by Sidibe. Hamdan picking up the loose ball. Mane's through. And Mane scores. Well, that's cruel on Al Wasl and cruel on Sidibe. He's been one of the bright spots for them in the match, certainly in this second half. But it was his error. Al Hamdan took advantage, slotted the ball through to Mane. And Mane, as he's done so many times over his long career, finds the back of the net. Signal for the changes to be made. Angelo going off, replaced by Saad Al Nassr. Let's have a look at that goal. Mane just about onside, I think. Going round Mohamed Ali and sweeping the ball into the roof of the net with his left foot. And in fact, that's going to be his last action of the evening. Sadio Mane, we're going to sit down on the bench replaced by Abdul Rahman Garib. Terrific stuff from Al Nassr. Wasl have had plenty of the ball in this second half. They simply haven't been able to make that breakthrough, and Nassr, when they got the opportunity, absolutely clinical. So imagine the Zabeel Stadium's a giant balloon. Almost all the air has been let out of it. Here you are, hundreds and hundreds of fans heading to the exits early. They've seen enough. Frustrating evening for the home team, but for the visitors, a really terrific performance. Al Nassr happy to keep the ball now. The visitors, Simakan, Wasl, who's been superb on the right-hand side for Al Nassr this evening. Hamdan slotting the ball through for Wasl. He can race forward and then thumps the ball across the face of goal. He's been absolutely full of running. Very much a go-to man for Al Nassr this season. 27 appearances in 29 matches in the Saudi Pro League. It's a free kick. Renato Jr. is down. Shake of the head there from Rui Vitória. It's been that sort of night for Al Wasl. Currently in 4th place in the UAE Pro League. It'll be a free kick. Martinez, I'm sure that's a card for him. First of the evening for Al Nassr. Clumsy challenge, to say the least. You can see Ayman Yahya was determined to try and stop him, pulling his shirt. That didn't work. And Martinez, he made sure. Nice to see at least that Martinez making sure that his prey was okay at the end of that little clash. So is there a consolation goal perhaps for Al Wasl here? See a cut there, graze. He's taken the skin off his knee. There's Renato Jr. Quite nasty, that. This was the mistake by Sidibe that led to the 4th goal. Really good work from Abdullah Al Hamdan to feed Mane. Mane finding the back of the net. Great finish from him. Man who won the UEFA Champions League with Liverpool, and he win the AFC Champions League 2 with Al Nassr. Tapia, I think he's onside. Flag's gone up. No, perhaps he wasn't onside. Let's have a look now. When the ball was played, yes, you can see he was definitely beyond the last line of defence. Really good disciplined stuff from the Al Nassr back line, all moving out as a unit, even 4-0 up. those disciplines still being maintained. Brozovic, Al-Hamdan, inside to Garib. Bouchal still full of running on this right-hand side. Garib again. Ali Saleh back there now wearing the armband. Makes the challenge. It's going to be a corner for the visitors. Play spread out to the far side. Yaya. Hamdan, who seems to be all over the pitch at the moment. Martinez. Thoroughly impressive performance this from Al Nassr, and they will now wait to find out who they're going to play. Will it be Al Ali Doha or Al Hussein, the Jordanian team? We'll find that out late tonight. Brozovic trying to get the crossover, blocked by Abdulrahman Saleh. Osaka, they've already qualified for the final that will take place on the 16th of May. The final will take place here in the Western region. Took place over in the East 12 months ago. Sharjah from the UAE. They were the champions. Beat Lion City Sailors in a thrilling final in Singapore, who will get their names on the trophy this season. Al Nassr spreading the ball over to that far side. The flag's gone up though. Yaya went too early. Brozovic sliding in. It's a great run from him, but in the end, all to no avail. Touch and go there. Yaya had the opportunity to look along the line. He just went a little early. He disagrees. Shot coming in from Garib. And again, the flag's gone up on this near side. Into the last knockings of this match now. Last few seconds of normal time. We await to see how much time will be added on beyond the 90. Not much, I wouldn't have thought. Pull on the shirt by Simakan. And a yellow card, a needless yellow card at the back end of the game, you have to say. A second card for Al Nassr. Minimum of 4 minutes to be played then at the end of the 90. And you would think that Al Wasl would want those 4 minutes to go as quickly as possible so they can just get off the pitch. It's been a chastening evening for the team in yellow, the home side. Their campaign in the AFC Champions League 2 coming to an end. Such a promising group stage. Played 6, won 4, drawn 2. And a thrilling success over 2 legs in the round of 16 against Al Zawra. Now, though, they've come back down to earth with a bump. It's all about making sure they finish as high as possible in the UAE Pro League to give themselves another opportunity in AFC competitions next season. Currently 4th, 4 points behind Al Jazeera in 3rd. Nassr though. Looks as though they are going to secure the title in Saudi Arabia. If they can do that and lift the AFC Champions League too as well, what a season that would be. Double spread over domestic and continental action. Outstanding. Ali Saleh, who slipped over onto the right-hand side, gets his cross over. Referee says no penalty. Abdulrahman Saleh going down. Referee not interested. And Bouchal can burst forward. Al Hamdan. Abdulrahman Saleh still down in the penalty area. And that's why the ball's been put out of play by Al Nassr. Referee looked full and not particularly interested in treatment being administered, just telling Abdulrahman Saleh to get on with things, and that's exactly what he's done. He's run back into position now. You can see him more or less in the middle of your picture now, number 12. Almost at the end of the 3rd minute, the minimum of 4 to be played. Is there time for Al Nassr to put a little bit of further icing on the cake here with another goal? Or are they happy just to see out time? Looks as though it's the latter rather than the former. But it's been a terrific performance from the side from Saudi Arabia, illustrating very, very clearly why they are the top dogs in the Saudi Pro League this season. 8 points clear of Al Hilal. With 5 rounds of matches to go, it will take a pretty spectacular collapse for them not to secure a title for the first time since 2019. And now, after tonight's performance, they're just 1 match away from the final of this competition. Here is the final whistle. And what a victory for Al Nassr. As comprehensive as you can imagine. 3 goals inside the first 30 minutes of action from Ronaldo, Martinez and Al Amri. Really put the writing on the wall. And just a little bit of gloss applied in the second half, with Sadio Mane adding a 4th 10 minutes from the end of normal time. For Al Wasl, their journey in the AFC Champions League 2 comes to an end. A thoroughly impressive performance though from Al Nassr, and they are going to take some stopping. The next sides they will come up against are either Al Ahly Doha or Al Hussein in the semi-final on Wednesday, but on this evidence it will be a very tough nut to crack indeed. Excellent performance from the side from Saudi Arabia, who are top of the Saudi Pro League, and illustrating all too clearly why. It's all over here at the Zabil Stadium in this quarter-final of the AFC Champions League here in the West region, and it's finished. Al Wasl 0, Al Nassr 4. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Thanks for being with us this evening.